I even like drop down the stream to start scaling into 720 instead of 1080, just to make sure it wasn't some fucking OBS shit. It must be my connection because this is fucking classic Rogers right here. Yeah, I don't have it on the game yet. They're not playing. I'm just in the server talking to them. But we can go to the game, bro. Let me know if this CFG works as well. This is made by Champy, this HUD with the big flags up top. Once the game starts, the waiting for players that's overlaid across the score will go away. It's just annoying for the moment. But other than that, let me know if it looks alright, otherwise I can just revert to my classic. Yeah. Just pause my music double and adjust my microphone setup and fix that. Should be a little bit better now, Devil. Everything looked good in terms of the game though. Again, I do apologize if I get some fucking drop frames and stuff like that. You know, having Rogers internet and an Igloo can sometimes be a bit of a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, man. Yeah, thank Champy. Champy made the HUD, so he made it with the big flag so that everybody knows when flags are taken and shit. It's pretty cool, actually. And so yeah, like I said, that waiting for players will go away. Once it does, we got big flags to identify whether flags are picked up, dropped, lost, all that shit. And as well, if you watch at the bottom of the screen, there's a thin bar. So you see Bubbly's on the blue team, so his bar is blue at the bottom. If we go to Tiny, he's on the red team, his bar is red. So that's how you can identify which team we're following quite easily with that thin strip at the bottom. Very nicely done by Champy. Thank you very much, Champy. Yeah, let's try that as well. I don't know if I have 250 on. So I did go on Champy shit, so let me do that. Let me just video restart. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I really like it for the flag pickups. You see, like, there's a question mark on the red right now. Clearly see that it was dropped. It's still dropped. Question mark? Oh, there it is. It's returned, and the question is no longer valid. So that's how we're gonna roll with this tonight. But looks like the lineups are in the building, ready to get going here. We are at 10 o'clock on the nose, and we should be getting started shortly. I will be back in 1 moment. Nice. That's very good. Yeah, it's weird. I stopped dropping frames. Like, I don't know what happened, but I'll fucking take it. Let me see what the FOV is at. I think that's good. Everything is going smoothly for the time being. So it looks like they're just setting up who's gonna gaunt. I'm just gonna turn my tunes on for the moment because I'm enjoying this new Beartooth CD. The admin is calling the shots. Looks like someone is not following the orders. Just in free float for a moment so we can watch this from third-person perspective on the gauntlet matchup. So it looks like both teams have fielded 5 players each. And there it is. MTL with the pummel win. And we will see what Hate chooses for map 1. Ah, he says that you pick first. Passing the buck. Big MTL. Probably quite excited right now by his Habs who have entered the Stanley Cup Finals. Though the Habs can definitely go fuck themselves, that's for sure. Our HDR0. This is what Champy gave me, dude. What's wrong with HDR? Who's hating? You don't like it? Alright. I'll go with this. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Arena Champion, and someone else did as well. Endocrine? I don't know. I didn't see who they picked. God damn it. I'll pick this one. So Cygnus has picked CP18 as their map, which is actually pretty good for Bubbly, because I know that Bubbly's quite good at CP18. It's definitely one of his favorites, and that will bode well for him for sure. I would expect Bubbly to be spending a bunch of time up top on this map looking across from the railgun. What he does best. The man has a excellent rail. But on the other team, seeing Miles, Toybot, and Tiny, all of those guys can aim their ass off. I mean, to be honest, Hate's lineup is looking quite strong with those 3 aimers in it, as well as MTL, the wily veteran. Dropping, putting $100 on. Poo-poo, motherfuckers. And Antic is in chat, not playing the game. Okay. So it looks like we'll be going with Bubbly, AJ, Runyer, and Cygnus to start. We will go to follow action mode for this one as well. But of course, I'm hoping that my how is the audio balance versus the game audio? If someone could let me know that it's okay, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, my frames are it's my connection. I'm sorry, Arena Champions, my connection is whack tonight. It's unfortunate.
The enemy has your flag. Red flag.
Sorry, Arena Champions.
Flag returned.
Yeah, I can see it's dropping right now. It's brutal. Fuck, man. Why is this happening? just my shitty cable, man. Unfortunately, I mean, I used to live in downtown Toronto, and I had symmetrical gigabit fiber, which was,
Defense.
like the best connection I ever had. All good, Champy. Yeah, I had symmetrical fiber that was amazing, but now that I have moved out to the sticks and away from the mayhem of the city of downtown Toronto, there you go. It's going to be CP18, CP14, and it looks like tiebreaker was
Guy
Spider
probably had
Crossings.
fucking Wendy's fries in his left hand.
MTL, Miles, Tiny, Toybot versus AJ, Bubbly, Runnier, Cygnus. We are getting ready to get into the action. God damn. Did you see today, RDM, that Xbox was streaming some of the QPL matches? Like, I'm laughing. Microsoft is already doing more for Quake than fucking Bethesda ever did. Makes me laugh, actually.
Scores. Impressive.
I guess we're just waiting for ready ups. But once we get them,
Defense.
yeah,
Scores.
I'm surprised that Antic is not in the lineup. I actually, if you looked at my pre-game graphic, I had Antic listed as an X factor in this game for, you know, all kinds of reasons. You know, basically, experience and movement ability being at the top of that list, of course. But, you know, I guess that Cygnus is going to make sure that he gets the full complement of players in his lineup into it. And that is respectable in its own right.
Flag. Red flag returned. Impressive. Excellent.
Yeah, it was really cool, actually, to see, like, somebody actually sent a screenshot of QPL, and I saw the Twitch account was Xbox and not Quake, and I was like, what the fuck? So I looked, and Quake was streaming, but so was Xbox. And they didn't stream everything,
Blue
but,
flag returned.
you know, I don't know who's running their fucking show over there,
Defense.
but they only streamed one of the raffle matches, and then they turned it off, and I was like, are these guys not smart? Like, you should probably watch the next two raffle maps, like. Yeah, okay, I'll turn HDR back on. Jesus Christ. It's not hardware, Champion. Unfortunately, my cable is being retarded. Endo Chupalo. Señorita Bandito Mexicasa. Bandito. That's all I got.
Red flag returned.
Manchega.
You have the flag.
I don't know shit about Spanish. I mean, yeah, I don't know, Antic. I really think that, you know, for victory purposes, you should be in there, most definitely.
Has your flag.
But, you know, this is a tournament based around fun. I don't think anybody's gonna lose sleep over playtime or anything like that.
Flag returned. Scores.
You know, maybe some people might lose sleep if they have to wait 5 minutes while the team has to figure out why their game is lagging. That's about the furthest extent of that, I suppose. But I am patiently waiting for these gentlemen to get locked and loaded. I really want to see that waiting for players leave. My father uses arrows. Like, using arrows was a habit that I had to get out of because I used them in Quake 1 for a long time. And here we are.
Prepare your team.
It's
3,
time!
2, 1, fight.
So we are starting out MTL. He is going to grab a rail and take a peek at mid. Finally sees Runny R, but Runny R puts a rail right into his face. Catches a peek at Cygnus dropping by as well. Nothing there.
Defense.
And down goes Cygnus. And a nice shot by MTL into the mid there to take out another enemy combatant. Bubbly takes 2 rails as well from MTL. And obviously, all of this
Impressive.
watching of the Montreal Canadiens has rubbed off on MTL as he's playing like a champion in the early going. Here's Toybot with the first flag grab for Hate, and down he goes trying to exit low.
Return.
No dice for the TB. As you see, Miles is going to pick up the first quad as well. So far things going in Hate's favor. Miles is going to attack low with that quad. Down he goes. Bubbly, our key matchup tonight. Miles versus Bubbly, brought to you by Gatorade. Because both those guys are sweaty as fuck. Needless to say, here's Toybot taking the quad in low, and he's gonna get 2-banged, double teamed. Hey, I do appreciate the subscriptions, Zidane X. You the man. So nothing much happening on that first quad there. As we take a look at Cygnus, he's going to bounce up into that LG as his base is well protected right now, but Miles is going to take out one of the enemies. Toybot's going to pick up the end of that quad and take out Bubbly. And now he's into the base to try to assist with Miles. Down low with the flag, but he bumps into the wall as an LG pushed him into it. And that flag is returned. So we remain at zeros, 1 minute and 48 seconds into the game. Both flags on their respective stands at the moment. A good question. You want maybe next map I can run a prediction or something like that. Oh, that was Prong who gifted the sub. Thank you very much, Prong. Prong is the man, the myth, the legend.
Red flag return.
My man. AJ with a run at the flag now. He's gonna run into Tiny, and Tiny with that rocket will put him to rest. Flag still dropped down low in there, but it's on nobody's body.
Flag.
As AJ will now dip into mid, meets Miles.
Have the flag.
Champy, how do I get that weird effect off when people are using LG? What the fuck is that? You want me to take the crosshair off, Devil? As there's a quad dropped in the mid of the blue base. Toybot going down with that. We'll see who picks it up here. Toybot hitting a bunch of rails. And here it is, picked up by a runner. Runner? How should I say it? Takes out Miles as he uses that defensively. We're still at zeros here. Taking a look at the scoreboard. Bubbly leading the way with a score of 19 for his team. 24 for MTL on the other side.
Red flag return.
Yeah. Champy, when people are LGing, this weird effect is coming up that I can't really explain. I think it's some sort of lighting effect, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's that HDR shit. Keep an eye out for someone LGing, you'll see what I mean. As Cygnus is gonna grab a rail and head out to mid, and down he goes as MTL Matt with the big rail cross map. Cygnus gonna try his luck again. This time he's a little apprehensive entering the mid there. And he'll take a shot at Tiny. Does 100 damage to him. AJ's in the base to support him on that attack. They're gonna get a flag grab. AJ's gonna drop low. He's only got 15 health, and down he goes. Big rail hit. The flag still dropped, but there's the return. We will now take a look at Bubbly. So we haven't had much airtime of Big Bubs here. AJ with another flag grab. Oh, he's gonna miss the mid jump. Unfortunate, as Tiny did miss the original rail. He might have been able to get out there, but Tiny is gonna return that flag in the end. Here's Toybot. Full stack can take a rail at this moment, and there he does. But he can't take two. Down goes the quad. His Cygnus will pick it up, and he is now going to bounce into the middle low. But he's going to take a rail as well. So nobody making hay with the quad early in this match. MTL is going to spam some rockets towards mid there, take a peek into mid, continue to hit rails, and Hate is looking pretty good on the combat side of things right now, as they're out-fragging most certainly LPC early in this game. So Bubbly is doing his best to compete with the top scorers at the moment. I don't think W stats works in this client. No, it sure doesn't. So I don't have that feature available for you today, but maybe next time. As MTL is going to head back to his base and pick up an LG to assist Tiny. We'll switch over and have a look at somebody playing offense. As here's Toybot. He's going to take a rail on the way in, and Bubbly with another one on the back foot. Jumping backwards like Zero. No backflip, but does hit the rail. Cygnus with a pickup. He's going to go down.
Red flag returned.
And the camera has flipped back to him now, as he will take a rail and some plasma spam. I can take the camera off if it's bothering you. I just, someone requested a face cam last time, so I put it up this time. Cygnus is going to go down to Tiny. So far, not much contention of the flag from LPC, but here is a quad pickup. He's going to take it back to his base. And the enemy grabs the flag and is going to bump out middle. But he does go down and the flag is dropped. Not sure... It looks like the action cam prioritized the quad there, even though the flag jumped out behind him. Wow, hey, shit. If you like it, then you like it, I guess. Thank you. There's a lot of people who probably would say, get that mug out of here, but here we are. Miles getting a little plasma fight there, and he is going to win that one. Take a look at Miles here. Haven't had much airtime for Miles. Miles, for those of you who remember in the tournament registration chat, registered for this tournament with a bang when he registered and said probably the best strafe jumper in the entire server. But he will grab Mega. 8 minutes into this first map, he's going to rocket jump in high, and he's going to walk this. Not sure what walking accomplishes when you're picking up ammo boxes that make noise, but have at her. As he does take a rail there. Fuck off, champion. And down goes Frazier. There's a quick pickup and a flag loss, and taking his time respawning there, so we will move over to Tiny. Doing some work in here. Very interested to see what these end game stats look like, as they will be printed out in the console. Tiny very well known for his aim in the Quake Live CA community, of course, but never really been known for his big brain team play, though he has done pretty well. Here's MTL with a quad pickup, very low health. He's going to spam that machine gun around, drop down, back up, and down goes the quad. Miles is there to pick it up though, and he's got mega timing. So in low, Miles will go. We'll see if he can make some hay here. Definitely has all the tools in the kit to do so. Takes out Bubbly. That's an important pillar to take down early. But Bubbly's going to respawn. He takes him down again, looking for a favorable enemy spawn here. Misses runner. And does some work in the base, so they're definitely on the back foot, and down goes Bubbly. Again, Miles has taken him out 3 times here. This is our key matchup tonight, Miles versus Bubbly. The Gatorade key matchup brought to you by Castrol. As both those guys are running on premium oil. And Miles is knocked down. You see that weird effect, Champy? Look at it. Not sure if you can see it or not, but it's subtle, but you can see it depending on what's in the background. Miles attacking here, up the back jump pad, and down he goes.
Hello?
And Bubbly is getting a workout on my sound,
Hello?
my channel point sounds. And we remain at zeros almost 11 minutes into this map. Pretty impressive effort coming out of LPC here. All things considered, they're doing quite a good job of holding their own. And you would have expected maybe to see Antic in this first lineup.
Defense.
Well, if you guys can't see it, then I don't care. Because it's not bothering me. I just don't want it to bother you guys. As there's the quad. MTL is going to grab it, and he's going to take out Bubbly. Enters the base quickly, only 50 health. Down he goes. Toybot's right behind him to pick it up. He's going to refocus too high. AJ goes down. Here goes AJ again on the respawn.
Jesus Christ.
Panic.
Yo.
Yeah, CXT said to shut the fuck up.
I'm using the config that Champy gave me, boys. Please direct your complaints to the Brazilian beauty. As here is the run. Miles is through low and he's into his base with the flag. Only 14 health. Gonna bounce back up and oh, holy shit! There is the return. Nicely done as they keep the score tied at 0. Miles might have held back for a second to see if his team could help him out, but he wanted that capture, put his shoes on, and took a rail. There he goes. Yeah, I'm sorry about the drop frames though. That's my connection. That's definitely not the config. I think I might reinstall OBS and redo everything in the near future just to make sure that I don't have some fucking bugs through plugins or anything like that. I don't think my Connect should be doing this, but it's not uncommon of Rogers. As we remain at zeros here, keeping our eyes on Bubbly for the moment as he's firing blind rockets. Finally gets a railgun, and it's gonna be Miles with another grab. Only 4 health, but he's almost out in the mid. Down he goes. Toybot there to pick it up. He's getting hemmed in. He's got some assistance from a teammate. He's doing everything he can, but down he goes. The score does remain at 0, and another quad is on the map. So far, hate is all over those quads, but they've not been able to do much. Might need to take some time to get a nice stack with them and attack together. And here's Cygnus to scoop up the quad. He's going to attack with only 43 health, and that'll send him to his grave site in very short order. Here's Miles with the pickup all over Bubbly. And he's going to take out Cygnus in mid as well. There's a railgun. And goes for a frag on the wall as well. And Miles keeping timing on that mega. Nicely done by Miles.
Blue flag returned.
As that can be a very pivotal item in this map, given that you see these flag runs happening at very low health frequently. Get a clean pickup with that mega health, and it can be the turning factor. Now goes Bubbly. MTL is going to bounce in. No, he's going to stop and get another frag on Bubbly. I think he heard him respawn in mid there. Tries to attack, but down he goes. Take a look at Runner here. He's been doing a pretty good job. 56 points on the board. See Tiny with 96. My goodness. Tiny's doing work. As you see 2 more rail kills come up on the kill feed from Tiny. He's hitting everyone, and here's Matt. He's gonna rocket jump out through mid. He's almost through here. Tries to get a boost, and there's the plasma. It looks like his team's gonna recover it. It's Toybot. He turns around for a quick second. Another turnaround. Down he goes. It's another holy shit, but they do pick it up, and the lead is put onto the board. My goodness. LPC is doing everything they can to prevent those captures, but excellent work by the team surrounding the flag carriers. They're picking up the drops twice and bringing home the bacon. Yeah, we can work on the config next time, champion. You know? As long as we can continue to work on it, we can perfect it over time. I already like love the flags, these big flags. As you see the red flag drop there with the big question mark. But there's been no questions as to Tiny's defense. 103 points on the board, 15 minutes into this game, and 0 flags given up. And there he is with Quad taking out more enemies. Gonna peel back and pick up this armor. And Tiny is playing huge. But Bubbly with the backpedaling pickup here. It's gonna bait Tiny. He needs to jump behind Cygnus here. A running shot. Bubbly's gonna bounce through mid, gets a boost. He's got his team stepping up to mid. Bubbly's gonna tie the ball game. 1-1. Well done by Bubbly. As he took his time, backpedaled out of there, got a boost through, and both of his teammates from the base pushed through to mid to help the flag capture get through. Well done by LPC. We are tied at 1. Yeah, can't do it in this client, Devil. You know, maybe at some point we'll take a poll in Discord and see if people prefer, you know, this upgraded HUD with flags and stuff, or if they prefer the functionality of having, excuse me, you know, stats available mid-game and such. I mean, at the end of the day, you can see them at the end. We are tied at 1s here with 3 minutes to go in the game. Bubbly activated his hacks just in the nick of time. And we had previously been speaking. Here's Cygnus with a grab. He's gonna get Mega on the way through low. Oh no, he gets banged into the wall. Had a very good chance. Takes that yellow armor from his flag D, unfortunately. And, oh, Cygnus had a chance. As here's Miles. He's got a quad, and he's got support from 2 teammates, just looking to put frags on the board. Ooh, that quad is dropped. Miles goes to pick it up, but it's going to be Bubbly who claims it. 17 seconds left. We'll see if Bubbly can do some more magic. The hacker man himself. Oh, he looks for a nice little snapper out there. Misses Tiny twice. Needs to switch to machine gun. Still is able to kill him. He's still alive. My goodness. Bubbly was a survivor there, but not able to do the trick. And TG providing live stats in the chat. This is the best you can get from a referee. My goodness. This man. Thank you very much, TG. Please direct all of your statistical inquiries to the man, the myth, the legend, T4. As here's Cygnus with another pickup. He's going to leave low again. And, unfortunately didn't traverse those steps in very quick fashion. Instead decided to walk over them. Not sure that it would have made a difference anyways, but we are tied at 1s. And here's AJ trying to get out as LPC is putting pressure on the hate base late in this game. If they're able to pull this off, it's going to look like some very clever coaching maneuvers coming out of Captain Cygnus here. Though, even just to have the score at 19s, you know, you can't really doubt the lineups at this point. We are tied at 1 with just a minute to go. Last minute of play in the 3rd period. We'll see if we go into overtime, but right now tied at 1, no question about it. AJ's gonna hit some rails in mid, and he'll take one himself there. Quad is up. This is a big quad. Bubbly's gonna grab it again. Oh, he takes some damage there, but he takes out one enemy. Tiny hits the pad, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, a fortunate spawn for the red base Toybot. He's gonna return that flag and get the quad. Bubbly looked like he had a chance there to make a huge impact on this game. And down goes Toybot. Bubbly gonna return the favor for that last mugging that he took in the base. Cygnus gonna take the end of that quad run. And we are about 10 seconds away from overtime, tied at ones. And that rail looked like it went through. And down goes Cygnus. But here we are, sudden death has popped off. We are into overtime, next cap wins. And these guys are playing for keeps. Bubbly with 123. He's surpassed Tiny at this point. As Bubbly turning the heat all the way up. He has turned it up to 11. AJ with the pickup here. He's going to go through mid. A nice little jump up through the mid. He's got support in the mid. Bubbly's there. AJ's going across. It looks like he could end the game right here. Here he is. And there it is. Woo! 2-1 as LPC takes it. So what a decision coming out of Cygnus as he put his lineup in for CP18 and they got the job done. So Antic from chat watches as his team brings home a 2-1 victory. And wow, very nicely done. As you see the impact that Bubbly can have on games. My goodness, he really ratcheted it up there. Turned his walls on, turned on his aimbot, had the full gamut going. And that was all that they needed. We'll see if Antic is going to come in for map 2 here. I would expect him to. As I know he's got a few tricks up his sleeve on this map. Very nicely done. My goodness. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at those. We'll take a look here. So, leader in damage was Bubbly with just under 16k. MTL actually did 15k. Toybot with 13k. Tiny only had just under 10k, but that's playing base. And he didn't have attacks all through. Best railgun was MTL at 58. He had the best LG at 38.3. Miles with the best rocket. Cygnus never missed a shotgun, but only fired it 3 times. But man, MTL was all over the aim on that map. But if you look at the awards, most kills, most impressives, most excellence, most captures, Bubbly's all over it. Toybot up there with 6 suicides. Tiny with a few awards as well. Best efficiency, best kill streak, and best skill, apparently. Runner doing a good job on defense. Miles taking home the crown for most chat frags. SMH. T4 checking on subs here as we shall see what happens. Map 3, the tiebreaker is going to be CP9.
The enemy has your flag.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't pause the stream, Devil, but you can watch on replay. Again, I want to say thanks to Prong for gifting a sub to Zidane X in the pregame. Prong is an absolute beauty. Keep in mind, everybody, that you can do exclamation bracket to check the current status of the bracket in this tournament. There is a link for that as well. Exclamation donate, I believe, should give us a link to donate to the tournament prize pool through PayPal. If anybody is interested in contributing, I think we're around 150 bucks right now. You know, no big deal, but giving these guys something to play for is always a good time. Although it's not expected. I would love to see anything that anybody could help with, as there's a lot of people doing a lot of work to make this tournament go off nicely. And, you know, the players themselves probably don't deserve anything, because we're all dickheads. We're all Quakers. But, you know, it's nice. Oh my goodness. Well, I would try to edit all that shit mid-game. Let me just turn off the HDR. Would the HDR fix that, Champy, or should I just leave that on? Absolute As you see, Bubbly and Miles getting into a little bit of a verbal sparring session in the chat, I did mention that they would be my key matchup this evening. So it looks like Bubbles got the better end of the first one. I don't know when our match is gonna get played. I don't know what's happening with Johnny H. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation. It's an unfortunate situation that we weren't able to play on Friday. We were all ready, and you know, unfortunately, Auto Action dicked us with G-synchronous clients. We weren't sure what was going on. We probably could have figured it out in short order, but one player rage quit everything, so we weren't able to get that done, and it's just how it happened. I'm hoping that that player will come back so that we can just play this tournament peacefully. And yeah, you know, it's not about winning or losing. It's not about any of that. You know, we couldn't move when we tried to play, and it was affecting our ability to even, like, there's no way we could do that for 20 minutes. You know, like, we were stuck in quicksand. I mean, that's how I felt. Others described it as being on ice, but yeah. I mean, after 15 years of not playing, I actually forgot about G-synchronous clients. At the end of the day, I think that probably the server should have some sort of protection in place so that that doesn't happen. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think that that used to be an existing bug that was well known, and they fixed it for that reason. But here we are. I would love to play my match, though. I can't even tell you, man. Like, I don't even feel like a responsible human being at this point. 36 years old, and on Friday, I was thinking about playing a Quake 3 CTF match, like, all day. Like, literally as if I was a child. Like, I think my wife wanted to strangle me, quite frankly. You know, in the middle of the day, I just stopped working. And she's like, well, what are you doing on fucking Quake? And I was like, well, you know, I gotta help Evan set up his config, like, you know? My wife is like, oh my god, like, she literally, like, had a knife tucked behind her back, I'm pretty certain. So, you know, is what it is. Yeah, true, let me change that scoreboard quickly, and you know what, let me do something else too. Okay, so scoreboard. There goes that. Okay. My kid is screaming upstairs. I'm gonna run a prediction. You're gonna lose sound for a second, but it is on follow action mode, so let me just start this prediction. So there we go.
Defense.
Use your channel points and predict who you think will win this game. Trex. Evan in the chat is the gentleman that I was speaking about as we worked on a few config things. No, sound was just broken temporarily, Chappie. While I started my prediction. Hopefully somebody actually put some points on the line, though. I don't know if anyone did. It's only 30 seconds, so we'll see what happens. Tiny with the quad here. 690 channel points. Yeah, you can't do much with the channel points except spam my sound effects. As there is a flag pickup, AJ standing behind the flag. They do know that he's there, though. Nobody saw him leave, and there is the enemy trying to front him. And honestly, AJ is doing what you need to do on this map. If you're unable to get a clean pickup, it's sometimes a great idea to grab that flag, get behind there, divert their attention to you, and then allow an offensive teammate to come in and clean them up to help get you an exit out of that back of the flag. So sometimes it's just a big waste of time, but it also allows you to try to steal that mega. So I like what I'm seeing out of AJ here as he's deploying some good strategy here early in this match. Leaves the yellow up for his flag D. And MTL, who was all over that stats board at the end last game, takes some significant damage from AJ, and here he is. Back to the base. Looks like he was going to try to sneak low again, but not to be. We'll take a look at Bubbly here, see what he's doing, as he trains his focus on Miles, as they are arranging likely for the next quad here. Should be coming up in the next 10 to 20 seconds. But Bubbly has decided to go back high. I'm not sure the exact timing on quad, but Bubbly is back in time to have a look at it. Toybot is standing on it. Bubbly taking rails from all sides. It is picked up. Down it goes. AJ picks it up. Down he goes. And a little bit of mayhem. Here's Toybot. Misses the shot on Bubbly. Bubbly, oh, tries to repeat. Toybot shoots the wall. Almost kills himself. Lucky to be alive. But does eventually sleep Bubbly. And he'll take out AJ. Would be nice to have 100 health right now, because that's going to happen. And that is what happens, unfortunately. Oh, it didn't give you a chance to do the prediction? Devil, the man known for an egg timer on his desktop, says that nobody on LPC is going to time the power up. I don't know if that's true. I think that so far I've seen enough out of them. Though Hate was all over the power up on CP18. So he could be right. It does look like Hate has much more of a focus on the power up, that's for certain. As we have a look at Antic here, it doesn't look like he's playing offense though. Toybot now going to bumble around on the walls, steals the yellow armor away from Cygnus. And he'll go down. Keep on Toybot for the moment. He's going to take out Cygnus on the back end of that first skirmish that they had. And some LG into AJ. Once again, we're getting pretty close to quad coming up again. Should be up in about 15 seconds.
Blue flag returned.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your sleep, Champy. I appreciate your help with this beauty HUD. Looks great. And there is quad bouncing up. Matt seemed to have forgotten for a second, but Toybot sure didn't, but down he goes. And it's going to be Miles who picks it up, but down he goes. And man, this is changing hands. And Cygnus is eventually going to bring that back to his base. There was a flag pickup that was returned, and Cygnus is, with only 16 health, man, it's a dangerous place to be, standing on your flag with that quad with no health. And he does recognize that and hands it off. Yeah, the last thing you want to do is die to a minimum amount of damage and give the enemy offense the flag with quad for 10 seconds. Could be devastating. Yeah, and it looks like Antic is playing flag D. And he does have perfect timing on that mega, as he strafes around with his arrow keys. Do I have damage kick on? Jesus Christ. Blame Champy. Thanks, Evan. Appreciate that. So not much happening in Antic space right now. We'll take a look at Miles, as Renator in the chat says that he's good at everything. Pretty good player, that's for sure. Once again, it's Bubbly leading the way on the scoreboard, though, with 33. So we're seeing a more consistent effort from a score perspective on Red, though that doesn't really mean much in CTF, as you can certainly play a passive game and make your moves at opportune moments, but obviously fragging is going to play a factor heavily in some ways. You see Cygnus baiting Miles there, and bait him he does. Miles goes down, and he takes the Mega on the spawn from his flag D. An unfortunate thing that does happen to a lot of people on this map. But this is another map that can play slow. I mean, fuck. Right after, I noticed that you guys all waited till Champy went to bed before you started destroying his config. I'm just kidding. As Miles at the back end of the squad here trying to attack with it, but Bubbly avoids the rail and puts shotgun all over him. And you know that Miles didn't like that, and I'm sure that Bubbly had a hearty chuckle as he put him to rest. But he's not going to have a chuckle about that rail he just took. Only 29 health after collecting a bubble. He will reroute through the mid. Here's a pickup for AJ, and down he goes. So not many flag pickups in this game.
Red flag returned.
I'll try draw gun do in a second. Alright. CG Draw Gun 2 brought to you by Rabid Death Moose. It's not just a moose, it's the rabid, deadly Canadian kind. RDM. Sponsored by Castrol FX. rdm.edu.com in your browser. .edu.com? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. As you see Urinator dropping the exclamation bracket in the chat, AJ is going to put some machine gun all over the enemy as he attacks that red base. I did the damage kick thing, Devil. Don't at me ever again, Devil. Go walk your dog, motherfucker. As down goes quad in the mid, and it's gonna be Matt picking it up. He has a look and misses the free rail there on an unsuspecting enemy, sees the Mega up, wants to make a play for it, takes out two enemies, and oh, does some damage, but they're probably going to pick up that Mega on the back end of that. Let's see if it's still there. He doesn't even have a look. Look at this. Ignores the armor. And here's Cygnus taking it out low on the other side, and he gets out of there quickly. Nicely done by Cygnus, but there is someone on his ass. He needs to turn around and pay attention. Ah, way too long to pay attention to it. Tiny has the flag, and that's a holy shit. We'll see if this can get home eventually, and it is returned. And red flag returned as well. My goodness. Yeah, I'm just fucking around with you, Devil. You know I love you, dude. I honestly, like, as far as human beings go, I love Devil. I've actually loved Devil ever since his first tour for Sum 41 playing guitar. Guy's an absolute monster. Yeah, that was an unfortunate set of events there. Cygnus, I think, on that last run spent a little too much time with forward progress and no paying attention to that machine gun behind him. Yeah, it's a bit questionable, Devil. I have to agree. Yeah, weapon respawn at 5 seconds would be a big deal. I agree with Evan on that. It's definitely a game-altering setting. I mean, I know that not everybody here is a hardcore CTFer, but, you know, 5-second respawn on items is pretty standard. And when you can just stock up on items, it actually changes some of the core fundamentals of the game. Like, one thing that I mentioned in the suggestions channel just off top was that, you know, like, when you /kill to get a better spawn and CP9 to attack their base. Now, when everyone's just able to stack up on all the weapons because they just respawn like fucking free candies out of a 5-cent machine, like, everybody's walking around with all the weapons already. Like, you're looking to exploit someone not having the right weapon at the right time because they made a mistake on pickups or something like that when you do that quick attack. And so, like, little things like that can definitely be affected. And as well, like, you know, if you're fighting someone in their base and you pick up an item right before you kill them, they can't just pick it up off respawn, so things of that nature. Now, but that said, this tournament's been played with the immediate weapon respawn, so I don't think we can change it at this point, but it's definitely something to look at in the future, for sure. We take a look at Tiny here playing base. Bubbly is gonna get in there and try to make some noise, and does take him out. Bubbly, of course, was a huge factor in that first map win, doing all kinds of work. You see Tiny here still trying to track down those enemies. AJ once again working behind the base, goes for the flag grab, but he is taken down. Let's have a look at Toybot here as he gets a flag grab, tries to rocket jump, but gets surfed into the ceiling. Surfed and turfed. Matt with the quad pickup is going to attack low, but takes a rail from Bubbly. Bubbly with a little squat and then a reposition. Rails him out and picks it up. Gets some armor. This could be the time for Bubbly to make a push here. There's Miles looking to put some damage onto him. Not able to do so, and Bubbly's going to get in behind his teammates. Down goes Miles, tries to hit him. Down goes MTL. And here he is. Down goes Miles again. Toybot's going down. Ah, they're all over him. He needs a teammate to pick up quad. But it's not going to happen that way as Tiny recovers it. Bubbly making his best effort to make an offensive push with that quad. Busted.cfg is MTL, aka Matt, aka Dirty Greasy Habs fan. Toybot is going to get this out with 16 health, and he grabs the armor! Devil's going wild in the chat with applause. There is the drop, but it is returned. As Antic goes down, we are watching Miles now. Taking a look at these scores, Bubbly leading the way at 78, Toybot at 70. MTL, another strong performance at 64 points on the board. Checking out those fake pings. Unlegged AJ with the pickup. You know, AJ's score is only 21 as he's not been killing the flag D enough. But he has been doing a decent job of distracting Tiny by getting behind the flag. And he's getting some touches. Just would be nice if he could do some more damage on the front end of that before he gets himself in that position and maybe get some support from teammate. As Toybot goes down to grenade spam there. We'll have a look at Cygnus, who's not been on the camera too much this game. Looks like he's playing flag, actually.
5-minute warning.
Or is he? No, it was Antic who was playing flag, wasn't it? But Bubbly's gonna take the Mega. And Toybot, they're nowhere near quad for that. You saw all of the LPC players in their own base diddling around while a free quad pickup happened. And this could be costly as they are gonna stroll into base with the quad. He's probably gonna go down here, and he does. So a fortunate turn of events as LPC are able to stop that push. But man, they just allowed a free quad pickup there. A 3-man push came in with that quad. Could have been devastating, but for now the score remains at 0. 15 minutes and 37 seconds into this map 2. I think next time I might revert back to the to my original config, even though it's not as pretty, just for stats and, you know, OSP commands and stuff like this damage kick and shit. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I just want to have a good-looking, happy experience for the viewers, and it looks like I'm only delivering that for some people. So Champy's HUD is beautiful. It's unfortunate that we can't, you know, get center timer and flags like this in the OSP HUD, but here we are.
Red flag returned.
Yeah, W stats doesn't work in this client, unfortunately. Trex. I have it bound. It wasn't working when I tried it earlier. I swear to God. Unknown command. Or is it just... Let's see for a second what happens here. Oh, okay, I could do it like that, I see. As here is a pickup. Yeah, I can do like a less cool version of the stats. And yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about, Evan. I think I'm going to revert my client back to something else. There's 2 kills there from Miles, but down he goes. And this game remains at 0, 17 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. As we continue to watch Antic here, but Toybot's going to pick up that quad. He misses Bubbly with that snap rail, but hits the second one. Maybe he did hit him with the first one, as an impressive was drawn there. Might just be my old man ears missed it. Yeah, I love this map. It's a favorite of mine too.
Yo. Yeah, CXT said to shut the fuck up.
Fucking Danik, dude. Some nice plasma there from Toybot. But there is 3 blue enemies in the mid. Let's have a look here at Antic and see if he has indeed gone offense. No, sir. He's still on the flag. So if he can stack up here and get that quad, perhaps someone can deliver it to him? He's not pushing up. There is an enemy high that was spotted out.
Jesus Christ.
Panic.
Yo.
Yeah, CXT said to shut the fuck up.
Oh man. As there is the quad going off, as it has been delayed at this point. MTL with it again, as Hate picks it up. And Miles is gonna have it. He's gonna kill himself, but his teammate wasn't ready for it. Not sure if they communicated it, and Cygnus goes in and picks it up. So that's an unfortunate miscommunication. Cygnus is going to go on the attack here. Steals that yellow armor. Bubbly has helloed in my chat. Oh man. Big Bubbly. Always blowing out my eardrums in those CA pre-games. Nice shot there from Cygnus. And there's another one on MTL. So Cygnus doing a good job here. Bubbly once again leading the way. First round pick. Some people questioned Bubbly as a first round pick in all webs. Some people said that he was right where he needs to be. He's been doing a good job though. I do know from my personal knowledge of Bubbly that he's not fully in tune with all of the all weapons maps at this point.
Hitting all the shots. All of them.
There's Fatality, letting you know that Cool is hitting all of the shots in the CA game. That Fatality played after he couldn't find his F3 button to play against Shitnit. Gonna look at AJ here as we'll change speed for a moment as we are now 1 minute into overtime. And keep in mind that with LPC up 1-0, if they're able to skill a cap here, they might be able to make what many would consider an upset. I would think based on Hate's lineup. LPC doing a great job though, to be frank. Antic with the quad here. And with only 47 health, he's going to kill himself. Give it to Cygnus, who's going to grab the armor as well, but Toybot takes that right off of his body with the rail. And Cygnus not able to make any impact with that quad. He does get a little bit of damage on the defense before he goes down. See something. Holy fuck, yeah, that just prints them in the console. What if I... What if I do plus, will it work? No, sir! I'm gonna have a look at Bubbly here. 22 minutes and 30 seconds into this match. LPC winning the first map, looking to secure the match with a 2-0 if possible. But here's MTL trying to prevent that from happening. But the flag is returned. We haven't seen many grabs in this game. But there have been a couple opportunities. Miles now going to delay behind the flag. Not sure if his location is known, but it is now. And there's Antic all over him as well. Miles still surviving with a reasonable amount of health, but man, those in-base spawns are really eating him up. Able to grab the Mega, though, needs to get some help. And it's not going to arrive for him. Here's MTL, and after that little skirmish, they might be able to make an efficient push here. He does have 150. Here's the sound cue, and he's trying to bait an enemy. MTL taking his time. Down goes Bubbly. An important person to take out, but Bubbly's going to respawn and get the quad. And this game could go on for a while if things remain this way, as nobody's able to break through the armor on either side. And I really just want to jump in there and start rocket jumping around myself.
Defense. Defense. Defense.
As the mayhem continues, we're still on Bubbly here for the time being. Let's switch over and have a look at Miles. As he and Toybot attack together, doing some damage. Miles actually takes AJ out of the base there as his teammate attacked. Not a bad strategy, but didn't end up working as there was no flag touch. Taking a look at the scores, Bubbly 127, MTL 118, Toybot 108. Your three players into the 100-piece scores on the scoreboard. Yeah, you know, QL spawn delay, like, I don't know, man. Like, if you're a sports fan like I am, like, sometimes I enjoy things that speed up overtime, but, like, just to, like, I guess, you know, like the NHL, for example, put in 4 versus 4 overtime, which has now become 3v3 overtime. They also put in shootouts just to make sure there was a winner. But, like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to the playoffs, they just go to 20-minute periods, sudden death. Because nobody wants to win off a gimmick, right? And, like, those spawn delays can be very gimmicky. Like, it basically becomes into a game of TDM at that point, right? Like, you can just pull back, and if your team has the better, you know, fragging. Here's a grab by Cygnus. If your team has the better fragging, you can just play those timers and just out-frag the other team and pull back until you want to go forward and kind of just get a chintzy cap. So it kind of like, you know, I understand what it's doing, but I don't like to devalue, you know, like, just look at someone like AJ here, who's only got 50 points on the board. He's not doing a bunch of fragging, but he's trying to do an offensive job, and you don't want to devalue him in overtime and make this, you know, basically this is a 0-0 game. But if you look at the scoreboard, Red has higher scores. So if we go to a, you know, a delayed spawn system, it's instantly going to favor them because of that, which is, you know, I think that's, it devalues LPC, who are clearly deploying their style of play in this game. As we've been on Miles for a while, we'll switch to Tiny. He's just sticking to base still. If he remains pushed out, he is going to back up. Looking around. And Tiny is the low man on his team, which is, you know, symbolic of the fact that he's not seeing a ton of action. And here's Toybot. We'll see if he can do something with this quad. There's a nice double frag. And, oh, there's a third one. Helped get that fourth, and he's on the attack with his teammate. Nice switch to LG there. Had to happen. Oh, but he's going to go down to Antic. Miles picks it up, though, and he goes down, too. Quad dropped up high. And it looked for a minute there like I was going to have a chance to get excited, but we are now 27 minutes into this game with no captures. And my goodness, everybody is just clenching their buttholes in this game and making this an absolute snooze fest. Though I'm here in the chat defending the fact that we shouldn't speed up the overtime, so who am I to speak? Maybe we should just disable Bubbly's hacks and we'll all be better off, but hard to say, really. We have a look at MTL. Have a look at Antic, as he's probably facing a lot of firepower coming in from Toybot and such, as Toybot takes him out there. And that could be trouble as Toybot drops on his spawn as well, and he puts a rocket into the enemy. Antic is now getting frantic as he's out of position in the base, but he does spawn on a yellow armor. And unfortunately for Red, they're unable to capitalize on that small window of opportunity. Yeah, full machine gun cess chasing. Yeah, it has not been the most exciting game. Not like that CP5 game the other day between 666 and the Whiners. That was a fucking barn burner. But I have a feeling like something's going to happen soon. I feel it in my loins. I mean, honestly, you know, I can't fault LPC for what they're doing, as Matt is going to pummel the quad carrier there. And still 10 seconds to do something with it. Oh, has a free look at AJ, but misses him. Takes out Bubbly, though. Yeah, you can't fault LPC for doing what they're doing. They're standing behind their pillar, Bubbly, and he's holding the fort with Antic, and they're just gambling that they can hold off long enough to maybe squeak out a cap, which, you know, with the one map lead and maybe being a bit of an underdog in this match, not a bad tactic. And that's one of the reasons I like CTF too, right? Like, any team can beat any team on any given day. And that's what's nice about it, you know? You can get a good cap run, and, you know, you have 30 minutes of play with no caps. You know, AJ might not do much for the majority of the game, but if he goes into the base and makes an epic flag run, all of a sudden he can be the hero. Yeah, Trex, he was number 1 pick. I think he's Euro or South American, one of the two. But yeah, he's a decent player. For sure. I mean, I do believe, you know, I will expose some trade secrets. Magdal, I do believe, was going to maybe consider Effortless as his number 1 pick, but with Saul Goodman in the bundle, Magdal decided that he valued having 2 picks of his choice rather than the Effortless bundle, which, you know, it could go either way with that, because Effortless is very strong, of course. But in the end, he went with Mostar because of that, so. Which, you know, at the end of the day, I'm okay with it because it netted me Sygib.
Red flag returned.
As we continue, we're 31 minutes into this map now, and at this point, we're just begging for LPC to win the game. How long can this go on? Now, the thing about this is, I think that LPC would have a much more difficult time of stagnating a game on CP9, and thus, LPC is kind of fighting for their life here, because I think Hate would be able to convert much more easily on a map like CP9. You know, where Mega's only every 2 minutes, Reds are only every minute, and there's lots of angles of attack as well as lots of power-ups on the map that can be stacked together. I think that would be very bad news. But that said, there's no telling what could happen. I just think LPC knows that they probably want to win this overtime standoff, if anything. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Magdal? So, what I just figured from Magdal is that he's probably on his wife's laptop upstairs, sneaking in some Quake stream. Attaboy. By the way, if you don't follow me, hit that follow button. I'll be bringing you more tournament action throughout this month as we progress through this bracket. Keep in mind, exclamation point bracket will show you the current bracket as it stands. Exclamation point donate will give you a link so that you can donate towards the prize pool for this tournament. Brought to you by Retro and staff. Zoltar doing lots of work to make this tournament happen, so big thanks to him, of course. And here we go, MTL on the push with the quad. But my goodness, the standoff continues, and this TDM game is just going to take forever.
Defense.
I need a sip of my Gatorade. I'm getting parched. So we are now approaching 35 minutes, and we've played almost 2 complete maps of CP14 with no captures. Every bone in my body just wants to hit escape, join a team, and make a Raga jump out of that fucking base. But I believe that that's illegal, as per the rules. As we see Antic take out an enemy.
Defense.
Take a look at Toybot. He's been making frequent pushes into the base. I think power up is about due. And there it is. Cygnus with the pickup. And he is down with the Cygnus. I got dad jokes for days. I'll be here all week. Try the tuna. Yes, here's AJ with a free pickup. He's gonna go out through mid. He's actually got a nice stack, but he takes a rail. Oh my goodness, they actually front him off. And it looks like AJ's gonna be in trouble. Unfortunate. With that free pickup, he might have been able to delay that a little bit longer and wait for things to cool down. But I think he got a little bit excited 36 minutes into this game.
Impressive. Impressive. Excellent.
Oh, Vigilante is making me laughing. I have some intel that picking Ghost was a flawed mistake. Hey man, Ghost was drafted before Tiny. What are you talking about? Ah, that's funny. As you see Bubbly with the weird rail fight. And MTL is going to make a push here, but Bubbly is going to put LG on him and let his teammate finish the job. No limit OT.
Red flag.
Unfortunately. Can you imagine that this took like a fucking hour? Like, oh my god. I've seen games go on like this before. This is not my first rodeo. As you see AJ take out Toybot there. And a nice rail on MTL as well. Second one. Yeah, and this is one of the things with unlagged, right? Is that with unlagged, everybody's able to get very high accuracies. And it makes it very difficult to capitalize even on good windows of opportunity. But there is Cygnus. We do have a flag pickup as well on the other end. It's Miles. We'll take a look at him. He's waiting behind the flag. He has 190. The other flag carrier is going to drop it. And oh my goodness. Miles goes down. Red flag is returned. And we continue on this absolutely defensive-minded game. Someone's client is going to crash. As we'll switch to MPL. As long as the timer doesn't go into the 5-digit territory, because that would break my new HUD. Oh my goodness. I like what MTL did there is he hit a rail on Antic and just let him leave. Rather than let him respawn fresh in the base if he killed him. And it looks like Antic was able to restack anyways. And as a result, MTL not able to do much with it. But here's Toybot with a grab and he has a decent stack. Oh, he took some damage from somewhere. Someone absolutely smacked him down there, and that flag was returned, and now it's Miles. Let's see if the best strafe jumper in the chat can do something. No, he's gonna run into a 3-man stack. And man, this is going on forever. Squad is up. Toybot, save me. And now it's AJ. Same situation as last time, 50 health. He's gonna run into Toybot. He's taking, oh, AJ's actually through to the low side. This could actually be it for LPC, but no, there's the return. Oh my goodness. Oh, Lord. Lord, thunder and Jesus, boy, that jumping my son. Let me tell you, buddy. This is some kind of quick game here, boy. I'd rather be out hunting moose. Holy fuck, buddy.
Excellent.
Just going for a rip, are you, bud?
Impressive.
That was the most excited that I'd been in 39 minutes. But I've been reset to flaccid state. Someone please send me a small blue Viagra pill. So I can resurrect my energy. As we're watching Cygnus here. And we continue. 41 minutes and 30 seconds.
Impressive.
Quad. Quad. Quad again.
Miles
Miles.
probably had fucking Wendy's fries in his left hand.
Indeed, Prong. Indeed. Wendy's fries. Like, literally, I could probably go to Wendy's right now, get some fries, and come back. This game could still be going. Like, I'm actually tempted to do it. But not actually, because I barbecued some very magnificent chicken and have leftovers in the fridge, so why the fuck would I have Wendy's fries? Cygnus, with the questionable rocket jump, I believe it was meant to go high. Not gonna pick up the armor. Devil is scratching his neck like a crack addict in chat, and that is going to be returned. Armor is important. Tell your friends. As Bubbly's armpits are probably yellow as fuck right now. No question about it. Bubbly with 210. This game is brought to you by Speedstick, the lead sponsor in Bubbly's body odor problem. Whew. Nice shot there by Toybot as he snaps a rocket right onto Bubbly's little dome. Quad has spawned. MTL is gonna take damage, and he's gonna get grenaded. Here's Antic picking it up with nary a point of health. But Toybot has a very nice stack. He needs to be careful with this, and is doing a good job. Bubbly up top. He's gonna go for the Mega. Well done. That's what needed to happen here, and he's gonna stack on that Mega. Oh, but he does go down. More support needed from his teammates. The flag is still dropped there. And it is returned. Yeah, I don't hate it, Devil. I just wanted to try something different. But I think next stream I'm going to go with I might go with my classic client. I just wanted to give this a spin, you know. See what it looked like. And it does look nice. I just think that I do value the stats and, you know, the damage kicks and stuff like that. Scoreboard, all this stuff. Like, I mean, that's how I play, so I might as well just... As Antic will grab the Mega. 45 minutes, folks. We are 3/4 of the way to an hour. 0-0. Oh my god. We're growing old together, chat. And we have dueling pickups there. AJ's actually gonna get out to mid, but runs into 2 red keels who seal the deal. And I'm really wanting to have that leftover chicken meal. AJ gets rid of Tiny, but Toybot's there to back him up. Here's MTL with another quad pickup. He has a nice stack on his body. And we've seen MTL do this before, slow walk the quad in. He's kind of confused right now as he gets a free look. AJ's gonna spawn. We'll see if there's a Mega. Nothing there, and there's Antic. Thinking maybe he should have jumped more quickly on the flag there, but he's still working his way around. Nobody stopped him yet, but you know that the calls are coming out on comms. And, oh, the Mega's there. He didn't look at it, and he's gonna crater. Oh! Oh! Miles on the other side with the blue flag, and he's waiting high. He's going to delay this. And this would bring us to a 3rd map, folks, if Miles can bring this home. And there's the delay. He's going to bump into mid. He has his teammates helping him. Only 95 health. He is railable. We'll see if he can make the strafe jump. And there it is. Oh, my God. Fuck my life. So here we are. Is CP3 the tiebreaker? Or is that just next map? Regardless, we are tied at ones. And, holy cow. So, nobody actually put channel points on that, so doesn't really matter, but I'll start another one. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to get your predictions in this time. So, 5 minutes to get your predictions in on this matchup, LPC or Hate. And let me update my scoreboard. So we are getting ready for map 3. Let's go back to those stats last game. 28K for MTL, 30K for Toybot. Apparently Cygnus did 124K. I think that's a glitch. Holy shit.
Scores.
I'm just checking to see if map 3 is actually fog. I think that fog is actually the tiebreaker, which is a bit ridiculous. Actually, I love fog map, but I'll tell you right now, based on my experiences in this tournament so far, I am not picking fog map. Because, I mean, if you've noticed, everybody's using custom PK3s. Like, I'm on EDON right now with fucking custom LGs and custom all sorts of shit. If you think for 1 second that I trust that Champy doesn't have some fucking vised fog PK3, you are out your goddamn mind. But with the learning curve in effect here, some of these players jump around this map for the first time in their lives. They're trying to figure out where everything is. Of course, we do have Mega in the little submarine pit below. There is a regeneration up high. I believe it's haste sometimes too. It's been a long time, but there's at least regen for sure. That's in the high mid where the power up will spawn. Right up on that top platform, you see the regen spinning up there.
Red flag return.
Yeah, this is definitely a close game. But get your predictions in. Right now we have 682 points versus 1.1k. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, there's probably not a lot of channel points to go around in my chat since everybody blows them on bubbly sound effects all the time. But, yeah. See if you can win some. So it looks like Antic is going to stay in this time, and that's probably a wise decision, as I know that he's played this map before.
Blue flag return.
But yeah, this is a classic map. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't like this. I mean, I think that it's hard to say where the advantage goes here, because I think that there's a lot of players on both teams who don't really know the maps. I think LPC might have an advantage from a map knowledge perspective, if I'm being frank. And since Bubbly is a pretty aim-oriented player, he just needs to figure out where the weapons are and he'll be fine. So, we'll see how that works out as these players familiarize themselves with map 3. But we are going to the tiebreaker here. And I'm just going to listen to some tunes while I get ready, because why not? There are some key strafe jumps that you can make to the mid here that I'm not sure if the flag runners here will be aware of, but they're very crucial to getting caps out in a highly contested game. Yeah, Evan, this is the new Beartooth CD, bro. It's fucking awesome. I love Beartooth. They're so good. Caleb Shomo opened my eyes. The CD just dropped a day or two ago, Evan. Not sure if you've listened to it yet, but I was waiting for it because ever since their first CD, Disgusting, I've really loved this band, actually. I mean, some of their stuff is, some of their stuff is a little bit emo, but like I really like their music. Nice, dude. Yeah, Disgusting was fucking amazing, dude. I mean, even their next two albums were good. I think Hated was the second one. But the third one, I'm trying to remember the name now. But I really like the third one too, to be honest with you. Funny story, I used to... So we got an employee at work at some point from, what is the country? Fuck. I can't remember what fucking country she was from now. It's not Taiwan. What the fuck is it? One of the Asian countries. I can't remember at the moment. But she was like, you know, she just came to Canada, and she did not speak very good English or anything. I used to drive her home from work all the time, and holy fuck, dude. We started listening to the Beartooth album, and she loved it. I made her a Beartooth fan. She didn't even really speak English. But we are ready to go here.
2, 1, fight.
As we will start on Cygnus, he will grab that first LG. I think the album might have been called Believe or something like that. I don't remember. Why can't I remember what country she was from? It's driving me crazy now. Cygnus is going to go down to that first attack. And I would not expect this game to take 50 minutes, as with the familiarity factor, there are going to be mistakes happening on this map for sure. And as well, that power-up in combination with the fog, I think is going to cause a few folks some problems.
Regeneration.
AJ with that first regen is going to go down, and Miles is going to pick it up. There is a flag grab as well, as his team does have it. It's Toybot, who's out into mid, and he's going for one of these jumps that I talked about, but he gets bounced up the pad, luckily. Down he goes, unfortunately. We have all kinds of bodies flying into the lava on this map early.
Impressive.
Hey, thanks a lot, CD. CD is gonna subscribe to the chat. CD is a veteran Quake 1 CTF player, a very, very good one. He's one of the originals, all the way from back in the days, playing on teams like Red Dragon and Quake 1 3-Wave. He's also a beast at TDM. So pay your respects to CD, aka Crackdog, in the chat, a CTF legend all the way from Quake 1. Still out here on Twitch. He's even older than me. I appreciate it, CD. Thank you very much. And by the way, the country I was trying to think of was Vietnam. As AJ's out in mid here fighting in the fog. Like, dude, this is what I was saying, Magdal. Like, there used to be things that you can do with your CFG to make the fog better, but like, with the custom PK3s that are floating around in this tournament, like, I wouldn't trust that someone like Champy, you know, I like Champy, like, he made me this HUD, right? But like, the possibility certainly exists that he would have some sort of file to clean up this fog, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And I'm not saying that he would do that, but maybe I'm not talking about him. It could be someone else. Unless we're running pure servers where you can't have custom PK3 files. It's just not a map that I would pick for sure. No, it's not Sea-Dog. Sea-Dog is Chris. Sea-Dog is still around though. He plays Diabolical and the occasional Quake Live. I think he's playing Apex sometimes these days with the boys over in CK John's esports organization MCS. But yeah, Chris is around. I recently played a Diabolical CA tournament with him, as well as Demex and Devious and Aerobux. But I mean, like, yeah, CD's from Q1 3-Wave. I don't really think CD fucked around with Quake 3 too much. He might have, but
Enemy has your flag.
yeah, Crackdog is, he's a legendary player. Why isn't Sea-Dog playing? I don't know. I tried to get these guys. As you see, Miles is going to bounce up to mid with the flag. He's got very little health, and he's going to get machine gunned to his death. Needed a little more support in mid there. Did try to bounce up there and get across as quickly as he could. 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this map, we almost saw our first big-time action. We do have a power-up coming up soon, so we'll see if someone can get into the mix here and make something happen. As we have a look at Toybot here with a back foot rail. Yeah, you know, I wish Chris was playing. He's a beauty. I'm not sure if it was this in the retro Discord where I posted a picture from one of the QuakeCons that had like Johnny from 666 as well. Sea-Dog was in it, Cyrex, Mickey, Fatal, all kinds of old school players in the picture. Oh, Purple Haze, of course. Big Perp. Anybody who's really old school knows Purple Haze. Yes, here's Bubbly. There is a pickup though. We'll see who got that. And it's Miles again, causing a disturbance. And he's gonna hit a couple rails, and he dodges one there. Nice dodging happening here as Miles, looking like Keanu Reeves out there in the Matrix, put his trench coat on and dodged a few bullets, but not able to eventually get the job done.
Red flag return.
As we watch AJ here. And man, I really need to get a drink soon. 11:40. So this match is approaching 2 hours after a very long time. And again, thank you to CD. He hasn't said anything in the chat, but I don't know if he's just shy or I'll message him later. He's a beauty. He's a gentleman. Maybe they're playing Quake 1 right now. They sometimes play Quake 1 CTF on Sunday nights. If that's the case, I might have to stream some of that after.
Red flag returned.
So I do kind of need a break after my eyes bleeding for a full map of fog and 45 to 50 minutes on CP14 as you see MTL Matt go down. I see someone chatting in the corner there. Ignis is gonna jump into the water. Here's MTL. He's got the regen. He's gonna go on the attack. Pre-fires a rocket and has a flag grab. Has some help from his teammates. He's gonna rocket jump out high. He's out into the mid. And ooh, fails the rocket jump. No Matthew. But he does get it across regardless. And oh, has a look at the enemy going out the front door. And he shuts the front door, gonna rocket jump up, and is he gonna bring this home? Looks like it. 1-0.
Holy shit.
And that was not the prettiest flag run, but he got the job done. And
told you, though. I told you. That's how we close them.
that is how we close them. And for those of you who are familiar with Quake Champion streamers, that is Lex Boogie 007, a sound sample from his stream. He says some really funny stuff while he's playing Quake Champions, such as, that's how we close them. And we out here murking fools. What we doing? Here's Miles with another run, looking to make it 2-0. Only 1 health, but he actually gets the kill. He's definitely going to get killed here, though, and that's exactly what happens as Bubbly kills him. But Toybot is there trying to get a cap on the back end of that, going for the jump through mid, but he actually doesn't have the momentum and has to reroute through the direct middle of the map and goes down. And that's why that jump on the side is so important. You have to be able to make those mid jumps, otherwise you're going to be seen on that railgun and you will die. Definitely a more obscured view coming out of the base when you stay to the sides. God, my nose is so fucking itchy. Maybe because I was out gardening.
Regeneration.
Miles with the regen this time. Yeah, 9 minutes and 15 seconds into this game. If this is going to go the way the last game did, a second cap for Hate could be devastating here. But Cygnus has the power up and is on the attack. Takes out Miles, and he's going to get an armor as well. He swivels on those bubbles like going through pylons in hockey practice. And almost gets out of the base, but just not enough juice, and Cygnus will go down.
You should know your role and shut your mouth!
Red flag returned.
Ah, it's so good. So we hit the halfway point of this match. We're going to switch over to, well, Miles, because he just grabbed the flag and Action Cam took us there, but that's going to be returned. And he is now fighting on the Mega Health, which is stolen away. But he is going to get a fresh spawn in mid, and we'll see how he chooses to attack this. Cygnus with a pickup here as we get the camera switched back to him. That Meg was picked up not too long ago. He's going to bounce into the middle. There is some enemies there, both of them congregating around that jump pad, and he misses that yellow armor as well and values the extra second of his time over that yellow. Either that or he's saving it for base, not quite sure. But at the end of the day, he's on the attack again and could be using 50 armor points right now. A nice little snap rocket. And he's going to rocket jump out, gets a support from his teammate there who steps up to help him, but he's going to go down in low mid, and the flag is returned. We are 11 minutes in, and the score remains at 1-0. And this match has been going on so long that I can barely speak properly anymore. hear the power-up spawn. We'll see who's gonna grab that as Bubbly steps out into mid. He's gonna rocket jump up, but that's not gonna help us. It's Antic who's on it. So we'll see if Antic can do something with this power-up. And I do thank you for the follow, Sleepy Adam. Sleepy Adam, of course, being the 7th member of Sideways Cheeto. And here is a pickup. Looks like Antic is going to try to help escort that flag, but before he gets the chance, it's returned. He's still in the base with a chance for pickup.
All of them.
And Antic is going to take this flag to mid. He's actually going to drop down low. He was looking at eyeing that jump, but he's going to bounce back up to mid. A little bait and switch as Antic has everybody down low, and he's probably going to tie this up. We'll see how it goes. And there it is.
Defense.
1-1 as we are tied. Antic with the very nice work there. And the least we can say is that it's not 0-0 45 minutes in like we saw in CP14. So, very nice job by Antic.
Defense.
And he returns to his humble abode where he will protect that flag. We will switch to Miles, who's out in mid looking to attack Antic. And having a look at the scoreboard right now, very nice scores coming out of Team Red. You can see that AJ, once again, is playing a very low frag toll mode.
I told you. That's how we close it.
That's how we close them. Let's go. GG Mouse looks 0. The fuck? Unless you're just making a joke. Not bad for arrow keys. Ah, that's funny. Oh god, you guys are just talking. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Sorry, RDM. I just looked over and saw your command. I thought you were asking for something. I was like, what is that? That's just the Antic joke. I get it. But here we are, tied at 1s. AJ with only 5 seconds left. And that's the jump that we're talking about there that AJ just made across mid. So AJ knows what I'm talking about, and that mid jump is very consequential in this map. And he looks like he's going to get a flag grab, but man, he gets absolutely demolished by 2 LGs all over his body. And then he takes a little dip in the lava as well, burns his dick off at 14 minutes and 9 seconds into this third and deciding map. We are still tied at 1. AJ is looking stylish. Only 17 points on the scoreboard, but he's playing that offensive role with a low frag total style that I sometimes like to play myself. But once again, AJ displaying how you get across there quickly. But he does get surfed by that LG. And he's continuing to get absolutely pummeled here as he is getting molested in mid. Yeah, I know, Magdoll. Like, in Quake 1, it was plus M-Look in Quake 1. I figured that's why, like, I didn't understand why he was saying that. I thought that I just was not thinking. Yeah, well, Quake 1, I remember there was a guy named Mr. Yellow who first showed me what plus M-Look was, and that's why I'll never forget his name, because he changed the landscape of gaming for me after playing for a couple weeks with arrows like a dummy. Here's Toybot. There is a flag pickup, but it's dropped already. Toybot is actually going to take out Antic, and he's got 15 seconds of regen. No yellow armor for him, but we'll see. Antic probably knows which way he went, but it doesn't matter. He's going to step in. He hits the pillar. Toybot, don't do it to me. My heart. But it looks like he's going to get this through, and he's entering his base. 2-1 for Hate as they take the lead with 4 minutes to go in this CP3 fog map. And it has been an absolute fuckfest tonight. 50 minutes on CP14, a barn burner of a game on CP18 where LPC squeaked out a win on the back of Bubbly's shoulders. But here we are in map 3 with a 1-cap game and only 3.5 minutes to go. And Toybot absolutely made that questionable. Though, to be honest, I believe it was Matt who got the first cap, was a little bit questionable as well. So, nobody's really got their shoes on tonight. My goodness. I feel like I could be a difference maker in this match. Know that those shoelaces are always tied up over here, boys. Unless Prong is railing me 7,000 times on CP14, so maybe I'm wrong. Yes, at that base drop. You already know. So 2.5 minutes to go. And Blue needs a cap desperately, but it's going to be Red who picks up the power-up, as Matt has got it in mid, and he's going to go on the attack. But there is a pickup. We'll see who's got it. It is Cygnus. He's going to grab some health and a Mega. Excuse me. And he's going to bounce up. But are they aware that he's there? Oh my goodness. He's actually going through mid. He's got some help, but he's going to go down. Actually, might have been able to get through there with some artful maneuvers, but he made his presence known and unfortunately died in the fire. So 2 minutes to go, and Blue desperately needs a cap. We are going to be looking for it. Cygnus with the pickup here. He's getting boosted across mid, and he's actually going to get in through mid again. This could be a tie. This could be it. Oh my goodness. The game is tied at 2. 2 minutes to go, but Miles with a cap, and there's still 2 minutes to go, but he's going to go down to the LG, and this is going down to the wire on map 3. Get out of your base, Miles says. And here's AJ with a pickup, and he pushes MTL into the lava. He's going to grab the yellow armor as well, but he is met with force, and down he goes as Tiny returns the flag. Tiny still rocking the Saiyan name, even though everyone else has black. Not really stylish, but I'll allow it, I guess. So we'll see how this ends up. It could be another 45-minute game if they clamp it down like a nun on Sunday. But so far, it looks like they're a little bit more wide open this time around with the cap total at 4 overall, as Miles is getting absolutely bullied. And here's a regen pickup from Toybot. This is going to be a big one. It's a fog rail, and he's going to hop in here. 50 armor too, but that gets wiped off his body, but he baits out Cygnus, who's trying to come in to clean up some damage on the back end. And here's the pickup. Takes a rail, unfortunately, and oh, he tries to back foot his way out of there, but he takes another rail, and down he goes. But here it is, MTL with the regenerative pickup. He goes down too. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are entering into overtime once again in map 3 of the Q3 retro matchup between Hate and LPC. Tied at 2s, we have hit that overtime mark and we are ready to go, and Ric Flair is hype. Stone Cold is also getting a little bit excited.
Give me a hell yeah! What?
As you see Cygnus go down and taking his time. And Miles talking shit to Cygnus. But here's the pickup from Toybot. And we'll see if Stone Cold can rub off on him. Not if he's going to bump into the wall like that. He's going to back up. Oh my god, he's 3 bodies. If he could have wrapped around there and pulled a juke, maybe gone out Mega and rocket jump back up, that could have been devastating because they were on the hunt for him. but it's not meant to be as we continue watching Toybot here. And man, seeing all those blue keels appear in the fog at a distance was a little bit scary looking, actually. You see him push Cygnus into the lava. Toybot setting up for the power-up up top. And there it is, but Miles has a flag grab already. Toybot's going to come in to try to help him. Oh, nicely done, as the early pickup is going to allow him to get a nice free pickup, and he's going to rocket jump up mid. Finally, somebody using their brain. You don't need to go through that Mega Side, and Toybot's going to go all the way through. There's a dueling pickup on the other side, and Stone Cold is entering the base. And there it is. My goodness, 3-2 as Hate takes the set on map 3. Well done, everybody. Good games all around. Feast your eyes on these stats. 13 Ks around the board. Toybot leading the way. And wow, there it is. Final score posted by the admins. You see that Tiny and Bubbly and Toybot and Miles all over the place. AJ leading in suicides with 10. And that's probably why he was lingering around the bottom of that scoreboard there, as he was sacrificing score total to make calculated suicides. But at the end of the day, that is going to be a victory. A victory of sorts. As we are headed to the next map, which should be my team, quite frankly. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen that way. We are waiting to see what's going to happen. I want to take a moment to say that I appreciate everybody who came to the stream tonight. I tried a new config. I hope that everybody liked it. And, you know, if you don't... oh yeah, let me finish the prediction, my bad. So Hate won it. So Hate had 61%, and that is exactly who won. We will complete that prediction. And thank you very much to everybody who bet their channel points. I mean, I hope everybody liked the config, like I said. I had a good time casting the game. CP14 was a little rough to get through because it was fucking brutal, but we did it together. We made it, and yeah, you know, this tournament's been going relatively smoothly outside of my team's match, which is unfortunate because we really wanted to play on Friday night. So we have to figure out a way to get our game in with Sexy. But yeah, since this match is done, I'm just going to probably raid Ballin for life, as he's a well-known CTF player in Quake Live, albeit. Everybody make sure that Ballin knows that Q3 is the way to be. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. Follow me if you don't. And yeah, I appreciate everything. Keep in mind, !donate will put money into the prize pool for the tournament. Really nothing else to say. Thanks a lot. And everybody have a great evening. Check out this Bear 2 CD. It just came out. And that's pretty good. Alright, take it easy, everybody.
I never get to use this slow. I guess I'm just holding it to make sure he doesn't ever get it.